Why menstruating female is not allowed to enter in temples and restricted to touch holy things.
So, first and foremost, we have to understand that what happens at that time. See, people think that a person who is going through the menstruation, the woman is impure at that time, and so she should not come to the temple. Now, that is a myth. The Lord is the purest of the pure, and purity of mind, body, speech is very important to realize the truth in our heart. So, if you know, before I go into the topic of women, if you know, even a pujari or anybody who goes into the sanctum, do you know there are rules even to go into the sanctum sanctorum? In Shivratri, on Shivratri day, etc., some of us we go into the temple sanctum to offer some abhishek, etc., and help the devotees to break the coconut offer. Even we cannot go without taking a bath properly. If we have gone to the bathroom, we have to take a bath again. If you see a pandit, every day he will be taking bath at least 4 or 5 times minimum before he goes into the temple sanctum sanctorum. Because purity of mind and body and the speech is very, very crucial, because there are energies in that temple. Those energies will get affected and we will get influenced by those energies. Energies will get influenced by us. So to preserve and protect a particular environment and certain energy, purity is important for anybody. So it's not only for men, for women, even men have certain restrictions and they cannot go. That is one point. Second point to understand is, these temples are places where consecration has happened. Lots of people go there and everyday worship happens there. Prana Pratishtha is there. For us, temple is not a place where it's only a murti. For us, Bhagwan is sitting there. And so, when we go to the temple also, many things which are done are to help us to maintain purity of mind. Even a simple thing like ringing the temple bell, the sound that it creates, the vibration that it creates, is to help the mind to put away all the other negative thoughts, to remain in a positive state and think about the Lord and go to the Lord and worship the Lord. That is one. In Vedic chanting also, if you see, intonations etc. have to be followed properly. Then the Veda mantras have to be chanted. If somebody doesn't chant the mantras in intonation, that chanting is not considered proper. And so even Vedic chanting, so speech-wise also there has to be a certain purity. Body-wise there has to be certain purity. Mentally there has to be a certain purity. Then that person will get the maximum benefit. This is a general principle to understand. Now we come specifically to why certain restrictions were put. Now, those of you, if you have studied Vedanta, Tattva Bodh, etc., then you know that there are 5 pranas in our body. These are called the vital energies or vital airs. Prana is not oxygen, prana is not air. Prana is the life-giving substance which is there in all the 5 elements. So we get prana from the earth is the grossest form of prana when we eat food. There is prana in water, there is prana in sunlight, there is prana in air, and there is prana in space. From all the 5 elements, we get prana shakti. This prana shakti functions in the physical body in 5 systems. So prana vayu, when we take in, that is the inhalation, whatever we take in. Apana is exhalation and reverse processes. Vyana is circulation. Udana is any creative thinking happens because of Udana Vayu. At the time of death, the prana ejects out of the body using the Udana Vayu. That's the job of Udana Vayu, to collect all the senses and eject out of the body. And Samana is the assimilation in the body. What food is digested is assimilated. Now each place, each Vayu has a specific place. If you see Prashnopanishad, it will tell you. The main place of Prana Vayu is the head. The main place of Apana Vayu is navel and below. Then Samana Vayu is in the center. Vyana, Udana is in the heart, and Vyana is all over the body. These are 5 pranas, how they function in our body. Now this Apana Vayu is responsible for all the processes which are going downwards for ejection and evacuation. What happens during menstruation? The person's energies are going downwards because the dead tissues, that life-giving eggs which are supposed to get fertilized, they are not utilized, so they will come out of the body. It's a cleansing process which is happening inside the body. And it is downward movement. When we chant spiritually, or when we go to a temple, when we do any other spiritual practice, what will happen? That Apana Vayu will turn upwards. That is not good for the body. You know, there is a problem that women face that is called endometriosis, where this uterus is lined with this blood. You know, specifically, if you see, they have given this very clearly. So why that happens? Even today, doctors are not very clear. See, so they say this endometriosis. That's the word. Endometriosis is the condition where the gynecologist or modern scientists find menstrual blood lining into different places above the abdomen. So they find it very strange how the blood traveled upwards instead of flowing downwards. They still fail to know why this menstrual blood deposits in the abdomen, lungs, or in some cases near the heart. It has traveled that high. So one of the reasons why a woman is told don't go to a temple is because the temple energies are high. They will reverse the blood. And that is not required. The body is just cleansing out, no? So it is not that woman is impure and no, she should not go to the temple. There is a physical process happening in the body. There is a pain, there are cramps in the body. One should have rest. If a person is able to manage that rest, it is good for the person. So it's not only in temple. Even at home, they will be told don't do japa, don't do, puja. It's not because they are impure. There's a reason. And there are few shlokas also which are there, which say very clearly, let us say, so Varah Mihira in chapter 74 of Brihad Samhita, he says so beautifully, Brahmana padato medhya, gavo medhya chaprishthataha, ajashva mukhato medhyaha, striyo medhyastu sarvataha. Now so beautifully is written. Brahmans are pure at the feet, cows at the back, goats and horses at the face, and women are pure all over. So where is the question of women being treated as impure? There is no point in that's a wrong notion. Striya pavitra matulam naita dushyanti karhichit masi masi rajohyasam dushkritanya pakarshati. Now see this another shloka, 9th shloka in that says, being objects of matchless purity, women are never defiled. For the menses, remove their blemishes every month. So the physical, whatever that blood and the eggs and all that is there, that is just removed. It's a basic process, biological process. And that's why I said even a person who is going to the temple to take bath, going to the restroom, even a man going to the restroom is releasing urine, right? Urine or whatever, the stool and all that. Apana Vayu only it is going to release all that. Now again that fellow has to take bath, purify his mind. He has to do little japa, then only he will come inside the temple. Otherwise he will not come. So it is for mainly that reason, because it's a public place and the energies there are very powerful and so many people come there. Now if you think about it, now tell me, when you go to an X-ray, suppose you go to a medical, lab. Outside X-ray room, what is written there? Have you noticed? For women, there's an instruction there. Outside X-ray room. Pregnant and lactating women not allowed inside. Specifically, they have written that. Why? Can you say this is gender discrimination? Men are being allowed there. Why women are not being allowed there? Please allow the women also to go there. We will protest against it. Are pagal ho kya? It is not gender discrimination. It is meant for that safety of that woman only. Unnecessarily, when a process is going reverse in your body for 3 days, why do you want to unnecessarily damage yourself, hurt yourself? No, no, today there are technologies available by which we can control the blood flow and we have enough pads and everything. That is only to absorb that. You are not changing the process. Point one. Point two, if you still feel you want to go, go. Nobody will prevent you. Right? See, in Chinmaya mission, though, we don't believe in that. At least Gurudev didn't believe. If there are some people who believe it, now that is their individual process of thought. In the Sandipani Sadhanalaya, where Vedant course is conducted, temple is there. Women will go every day to the chanting. Nobody is told, these 3 days you should not go. Nobody is told that. You go. You want to go, you go. That is your choice. I am just reading what Gurudev said. He said that menstruation restrictions were used as a means for providing rest to women who otherwise indulge in physically demanding household tasks in the past and who suffered from pain, stress and discomfort during the menses. So it is only a process to give rest. That's about it. If you feel that you want to go, you want to do chanting, you do. There is a logic which is given here that why one should not do. That's all. Take rest. Let the body cleanse itself. As it is, our mind finds it difficult to concentrate. Now you want to concentrate in the time when the body is having so much of pain and the prana is having difficulties. That is your choice. It's a simple, beautiful method to give rest to the body when the body needs rest. Full stop. Then, therefore, the notion of menstruation as a period of rest that the women need owing to the stress and physical discomfort is clearly recognized by Hinduism, and some menstrual practices like preventing women from doing household work are aimed to serve that purpose. So even household work she will not do. She has to just sleep. Is that not a good thing that she should rest it out? It's not a psychological discrimination. If people are doing it like that, now that is wrong. That we have to ensure that that wrong notion is removed. However, some women who feel up to it, they also carry on with the work and regular routine. So now that is what Gurudev said, and that is his vision. Now one more interesting thing I will tell you. This is the beauty of our culture. I don't know if it happens here, but it happens definitely in many parts of India, especially in South where I was born and brought up in Chennai. I have seen that happening. When a woman comes of age, when she starts her first menstruation, there's a whole ceremony done to celebrate that. Is it done here?
Yes.
So how is it that a woman will be considered impure then? When the first menstruation is celebrated, that now she has her first menstruation has happened, now she is capable of giving birth. She'll bring a new life into this earth from this time till the time that the menstruation stops. The entire period is a period where she is capable of giving birth. She is capable of bringing new life into this creation. So our culture celebrates that. It does not look down upon women. If somebody does that, that's a wrong notion. One more beautiful point I will tell you. Do you know about Ma Varahi? Like we have Varaha Avatar, no? The female counterpart of Varaha Avatar is Varahi. So, Varahi is one of the Sapta Matrikas. She is a Shakti of Varaha and prefers drinking from a skull cap. She holds a staff, rides a buffalo. She resides in a person's navel and governs the Manipura, Swadhisthana and Mooladhara chakras. Okay. Though worshipped across India and being a significant part of several Vedic, Tantric and Buddhist traditions, in what we are interested here today is the role she plays in the life of Sora tribe community, a Munda ethnic group from southern Odisha and northern coastal Andhra Pradesh. She is the patron goddess of the tribe and also the Kul Devi of the erstwhile royal family of that region. Now, a very interesting point to note here is that only women are allowed to enter the temple shrines of the goddess. Point 1. Men are strictly prohibited even to look straight into her eyes. There is another baffling fact related to her temple in the region. Only those women who are in their menstruating age can become the high priestess of the shrine and perform daily rituals. See that? Sthala Puran of the Panchavarahi temple mentions that only and only if she bleeds can she handle the aura of the Great Mother. Her consecrated image is considered to be very potent and powerful, and as per the local belief, can harm the reproductive capabilities of men. Most of the time, her eyes are kept covered with either vermilion paste or hibiscus flower. This is our country. People who don't know many of these things, they create all kinds of wrong notions in their minds. And these are the people who have no guts to speak about how the women are treated in other cultures. Look at the freedom that we have in our culture for women and look at the way the women are treated in other cultures. They don't have the audacity and the guts to even say one word about that mistreatment. So this is our culture. There are pranic reasons, there is energy reasons, there are mental aspects, there is a social reason, and mainly it is rest must be taken for those 3 days. Last point in this is our culture very beautifully believes that this body that we have taken is only a temporary manifestation. It is not that life after life we will continue to remain same body. Right now, those who are men, do you think they will continue to be men all the time? There is no guarantee that they will be even human all the time. One can become anything. Dog, cat, rat, lion, tiger, plant, tree, bird, human, devata, gandharva, asura, anything one can become as per one's karma. And very interesting thing is written in Bhagavatam. In this 3rd canto in Bhagavatam, those who are men in this life, high chances are they will become women in the next life. Those who are women in this life, high chances are they will become men in the next life. You know why? Because each gender is thinking about the opposite gender. As you think, so you will become. So if somebody says this is atrocity, if any man does a treatment like that, where he considers woman as low, inferior, exploits, manipulates, what will happen? Law of karma, what will it do? It will make you woman next life. You go through it. This is what our culture believes. So there is no question of doing any kind of gender discrimination here. Each body has a certain type. Menstruation also creates a different odor in the body of the woman. We have to understand even that. It's not only the smell of the blood that is coming out. The entire body of the woman will create a different type of an odor. Scientifically, it is all documented. You do your Google research, you will find. So different bodies will produce different types of odors. Now you go in a public place, why do you want to create disturbance there? In a field where there are so many people who are trying to purify their mind, avoid that. So it is said best is confine oneself, take rest, 3 days, enjoy, sleep, eat, entertain yourself. Oh yeah, calm. After 3 days, resume. That's the main reason.
Thank you, Swamiji, for let us understood the real concept behind this myth.
One thing. You can read 2 books I will recommend. If you want to go deeper, read Ritu Vidya by Sinu Joseph. And there are videos also available of Sinu Joseph. Sinu Joseph is a Christian, by the way, who follows Hindu Dharma very deeply. Ritu Vidya. Ritu Vidya by Sinu Joseph. And there's a very nice book by Nitin Sridhar. I'll tell you that also. Hindu View of Menstruation by Nitin Sridhar. These 2 books You read, you will get enough in-depth answer for why certain restrictions are put, and then you will be more convinced. They'll give you pranic reasons, chakra reasons, energy reasons, all different types of reasons are there. And of course, the freedom is left to the woman.